Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more After Ink Revival as we continue with our Mega Brutal Guide series, playing with the new third campaign. Let's move on to Unsettling Echo. A familiar groan rumbles through the region, growing louder each night. The survivors must carve out a life here as a looming danger draws near. This is going to introduce a new mechanic into the game, the Infested Borders, which basically, long story short, is a permanent zombie spawner that you can't cleanse or get rid of. So that's going to be fun. We already played with the Hoarder. I'm not going to play with the Cub Scout. She's just generally not that great. So we'll play with the Survivor. It's fine. Well-rested, production, defense starting. I mean, that's pretty good amount of production, I'm not going to lie. 62% is really good. 4 stamina here, resources, storage size, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go ahead and grab that production. That is worth losing 1 stamina to me, because that much extra production means I need to build less stuff, which saves me stamina in the long run. Noises in the night. The groaning is getting louder lately. The zombies never used to be this bad, but now we can barely sleep at night. Are they coming closer? So yeah, we're gonna have to gather up some supplies. Let me go ahead and pull up the map for you. So right around our settlement, there's gonna be plenty of resources to work with. We have a forest, we have some food. The big downside is we don't have any close by forests besides that. We have to go far in the northwest corner of the map or over to the east. So getting additional lumber is going to be a problem, but early game we're gonna be fine. There are otherwise a couple of infested spawns, and that's kind of it. It seems like a very vanilla map until you look at the northeast and the southwest corners. And you think, wait, the edge of the map is red. Yeah, that is the infested border, and that is where zombies will continuously spawn, and you have no way of stopping it. So be aware that those are there, and get ready to defend those points. As far as our objectives, first thing we do is produce 8 food, which we will do simply from some scavenging. Then reach population 5. Can't wait on that for too long. By the time you finish your first winter, you should already have done this. Then reach technology 3, which you should already do in conjunction with getting population, because you need it. Finally, explore a marked area up to the top right, and then clear that area of zombies. Then move to another marked area down to the southwest. At that point, we then have to kill 13 zombies, and that shouldn't be too hard. There are going to be plenty to go around. And finally, to finish things off, maintain 80% morale, which at that point, you should already be able to do. So, doesn't seem like that bad of a map, and it isn't. It's really okay, but you need to have a little bit of planning going into it. Let's grab this forest over here. I'm going to go ahead and start scavenging some wood, go for that food, go for a quick well. And we want to go for the fire pits, we want to go for the toilets, we want to go for 2 tents. Very much just the vanilla start here. I'm going to hold on to a little bit more of my stamina so we can claim this forest, immediately grab myself the lumber yard. The sooner you can start building that up, the better. We're probably going to have to rely on at least a little bit of lumber scavenging at some point in this map. But for now, we should be okay with what we've got. So food-wise, I want to go ahead and start exploring up over here to the top right. There is a grain field, and I do find that grain fields traditionally are going to produce lots of good food, so that's nice. Before I go any further, though, I do want to grab tech level 2, since we're already capped on our food, and I know that I'm going to start wasting some with my scavenge in just a little bit. So let's just go ahead and do that. There we go. Before that pops up, there we go. I'm backed up to 3. So that almost covered the cost, just like that. So population 5 is the next objective. Now, again, we don't have a ton of time to work on this. We are going to have to make sure we work on that before the first winter ends. Otherwise, we're going to take a bit of impatience. Now, if you don't get it done in time perfectly, okay, not a big deal, but like you really do need to think about it. Now, one big downside of this map is there are going to be a lot of areas where the enemy can do some surprise attacks on us. So I'm going to go ahead and start training up that fighter early. In fact, I see some zombies already on their way, which is why the timing of this is important. I'm going to try to just place them here and maybe draw them in this direction or something, but we'll get reinforcements from the settlement. So as long as they don't send an absolute ton toward me, I'm not feeling that threatened yet. Let's grab that makeshift kitchen, and we will grab probably a storage and another firewood splitter, just so we have that ready before winter does fire off. Here comes the population, but the kitchen was already done in time, so we'll be okay. And there's a surprise attack, and even with the settlements, we're just barely breaking even against the zombies. Yeah, that's not exactly ideal now, is it? But okay, it's fine, it's fine. Let's go ahead and grab the grain field as soon as we have a little bit more stamina to work with. And we're actually getting attacked from the north as well. Okay, this is unusual. I may have to restart. I think I got attacked by like 3 different rounds of zombies at the very beginning of the game. I've never seen that happen on this map. So we just got very unlucky. Let's go ahead and start over and do the exact same thing. And this really is the big downside of this particular map. Like, there's so many opportunities for the zombies to do a surprise attack on you. Depending on where you get hit, you might just kind of be doomed. And also, if you get hit from that many directions at once, I mean, you really are doomed at that point. So I'm going to wait until this comes through, let that surprise attack hit. I don't actually remember how this works. Oh, wait, just use zombie defense automatically. Never mind. That was certainly nice. Let's go ahead and place you here, and we'll start doing a little bit of exploration. What I don't remember is if you get attacked here and the surprise attack hits and then you move the fighters in, do they still take the penalty? Or do you only have the surprise attack if your fighters are in the region when they hit you? I do not remember the answer to that one, but whatever. I'm not going to stick around and find out. Let's go ahead and work on that grain production. I think I see some more zombies on the way over here, so we're going to have a chance to test this in just a moment. Surprise attack is going to fire off like that. Let's move in here. And no, we did not lose any of our combat strength. So yeah, you just don't want to have the fighters here when you get surprise attacked, it looked like. Otherwise, we're going to be fine. We could go for probably another fighter if we wanted to, but I think I wanted to get some more food production. We're not going to get that, though, since it looks like we're being stopped. So let's go ahead and work on things like the firewood and think about how we're going to get up to population 5, because that is going to be my next goal here. Grab another grain field, build that all up. Our food production's not looking great. There's an orchard right over here, which can be great if you can explore it, so we're just going to go ahead and do that and not wait around for our fighter to find it for us. I think we're about to get attacked over here again, though, so, okay. Morale has been discovered. Fun, thank you. I think we're really struggling with food is what I think. We're going to go ahead and grab another lumberyard for the wood since we know that's going to be an issue. I want these guys to attack me if they're going to, which is right up over there, so let's go ahead and start relocating. The zone was already defended, so I had to be ready to move on that pretty quick. Claim this region. And then we'll go ahead and get a little bit more food production. We can get just a teeny bit more before winter fires off, but it's not going to be worth a lot. And then we can go ahead and grab, let's say, some improved housing for morale, since that's looking pretty bad. And I think we may need to do a scavenge before this winter begins. So let's just go ahead and do that now, and then think about getting another shack, and then we need to go for number 5. Now, the problem is, if I'm going to go for 5 pops, I really want to be able to have Tech 3, but I'm not sure that I'm going to have a chance to get that because I'm going to be low on food during this winter. So that can become a problem pretty quick. We did just find 5 animal carcasses. Like, that's really good. And more zombies are already on the way once again. Holy crud, this just keeps happening. Let's explore a little bit of regions where we can here, just because I'd like to make sure that we can spot them, just eliminate the surprise threat. We'll do some scavenging on some firewood. I think I see more on the way up over here. Let's go ahead and explore that region too, so I can deal with things as they come in. Fortunately, everything is located right around my settlement right now, so everything does get that reinforcement. So 1 fighter is all we need, at least for the moment. Whether it's going to stay that way, different question. Explore over here if we can. Go ahead and queue up our next shack, and we have to start thinking about how we are going to go for the next round of tech. If you can't get Tech 3 before the winter ends, which is not unusual, and you shouldn't feel bad about that since food is going to be at a premium, then that's something we're going to have to rush down pretty much as soon as we are able to start producing some food again. Now, fortunately, there is going to be some hunting grounds over here to the west, so if you wanted to have some wintertime food, that would be an option. My only problem is, right now, I'm struggling to defend it. I'm going to go ahead and start working on Tech 3. Extremely risky because I know I'm going to need to start spending some of my stamina scavenging a bit more, but it just so happens that we had enough food built up from all the scavenging we were doing that it's okay. So I feel good about that. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have had you over here. I thought he already was. He was not. Throw away some food. No, we're going to try to eat it anyway. All right, we lost some morale. We had a food poisoning situation, which really just cost me water, which I don't really care about. More zombies on the way. Are you guys picking up a bit of a theme here? Because this does become a bit of an ongoing problem. Having another fighter would obviously make my life easier, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Compulsive washing. I will reduce the water consumption. That'll make it easier. I don't have to worry about getting another well quite yet. And for services, we can go ahead and grab things like a small tavern. Like, we're struggling a little bit when it comes to services. We're about to get attacked really hard over here, which is where having the second fighter would be nice. So we'll go ahead and place you here. That's plenty of reinforcements. The timing of that worked out nicely. Water-wise, we're struggling. Let's just go ahead and build that up a little bit more. Did we not start with a lot of production boosts? Because it looks to me like we're not getting a production boost on any of our buildings here. Or was that the last map and I'm just not paying attention? No, I thought that was this one. I thought we were supposed to get a lot of extra water. We're only getting 6 here. Shouldn't we be at like 10? That might be a slight bug, or I might be misremembering something because I'm dumb. It's possible. Either way, the last population's on the way, but we're still already having issues with some impatience. We'll be okay. Like, we're going to get through it at the right time, but that's one of the reasons you really can't wait around on your 5th pop. You have to start working on that pretty soon. So let's go ahead and keep working on a bit more with our morale, because we're about to have our next pop, and they're going to make things very angry for us. Boom, done. Okay, stop losing. Stop losing some of that patience and some of the authority, please. Thank you. All right, barely got through that one. Let's get ourselves the fruit orchards going, and we can start moving our fighters into position to just keep exploring. We're going to continue getting attacked, it looks like, but I think we're fine with just the one fighter we've got, so let's just go ahead and explore these regions. I'm going to explore over here immediately because we don't have a lot of time before our impatience becomes an issue, and this at least resets the clock a little bit further. So that objective's done, and then we have to go clear out some zombies. Now, you might be tempted to start claiming your way up over here. Don't bother. You're just going to continue getting attacked. Instead, what we're going to do is we'll move our fighters up over here once we're in, clear stretch, and then just taunt them away. Then this region will be clear, and we've got nothing that we have to worry about. Let's go for some more medium storages along there. I need to get a charcoal pit. We don't have any more wood production than this, so we're just going to have to invest very heavily in this one particular forest, which I don't like, but, I mean, it is the way of things. All right, more zombies still on the way over here to the west. Good gravy. They just keep coming after you, don't they? Yeah, this is where having all the infested borders is going to be a problem. I hate to say it, but you can see them coming. They just keep running on through, don't they? Yes, they do. I'm going to go ahead and taunt everything we've got across over here, make sure that they fight me in a good and advantageous spot. We should be able to deal with that. I don't mind getting another bathhouse. That's fine. Let's go for the fruit orchard since our production is not matching up with our consumption whenever the fields do get shut down. I want to get this hunting lodge, but you really don't need it. You'll be okay without it. We should be fine when it comes to water. Should be fine on that. I do need more storage and stuff for fuel later, but for now, let's get some extra food storage, so we'll be fine when the winter hits. And now we need to move for this immediately. So we're going to just go ahead and move forward. I don't know if moving here triggers more from the infested border like it would from a spawner. Maybe that's the case, maybe it's not. I don't really care. At the end of the day, one stamina to taunt this guy out of the way just solves the issue. The place has now been cleared before we even killed the zombie. It doesn't matter, and the objective is done. Now we have to explore down over here to the southwest, which is what I'm going to do next, because that's an easy thing to do for one stamina. And then after that, remember, we have to kill 13 zombies. So all we can do is sit around and wait for more zombies to spawn. They'll keep coming to us, or we can just keep provoking them by charging directly at what spawners do exist. I'm going to explore these nearby regions so I can move forward safely over here. Since I have 2 fighters, I feel okay about that. Grab the makeshift kitchen, that's fine. Grab some more storage, that's fine. And we'll grab a medium storage there and some more scavenging for fuel, since I know we're going to need it. Winter's about to hit. More zombies incoming in this direction. I really want to have this exploration done, and we need to explore down over here as well. Before I kill these zombies, if at all possible, I don't know that we're going to get lucky on that front, because I want them to count toward my 13 kill count, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh well, that's fine. More are on their way. We'll have plenty of zombies to work with. It's fine. More appearing over here. Yeah. Keep calm. Keep calm. Rotten food in Crumbleton. Lose a load of food. Good lord, that is a lot. All right, fine. Lose 10. Not happy about that at all. I want to claim this region. We'll move you here. More zombies are about to attack me over here. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We already killed 13. So, for some reason, I thought from the last time I played this that you had to kill 13 after that last step. But since we've killed 13 up to this point already, all we have to do is maintain 80% morale. Oh, my bad. All right, well, all we have to do then is go for Tech 4, which we will, of course, do so we can get some more service buildings. And then I want to get myself a bit more food scavenging so we don't run out. We'll do that there and do a hunting lodge. There we go. And then as soon as I can get myself the next level of tech, all I have to just do is build a lot of service buildings and we win. Easy peasy. All right, I thought that was going to be a lot worse than it was. So now I have to just maintain the 80% morale. That's not going to work so long as we keep getting attacked like this. And obviously we can't run out of fuel or anything along those lines either. So let's go ahead and do some more scavenging. We found some herbs. I don't really care about herbs. Those don't matter. Another round of scavenging there, round of scavenging there. That'll be enough to get us through the winter, and then all we have to do is just keep building up. Burn some wood. Sure, why not? So we don't run out of the fuel for a brief moment. What else can we build here? I mean, the makeshift carpenter and stuff is kind of my only good option. I don't want to expand over here and grab this swamp. That's going to be too much effort. So the carpenter will get me enough morale, I do believe, to be happy with this. We have not got enough fuel to last through the rest of the winter, so we'll just go ahead and send what we can there. What do we have here? More fuel. Good. Come on, need a little bit more food than this, a little bit more food than this. We'll go ahead and get ourselves... I can't get the hunting lodge, never mind. All right, if you're struggling, what you can do is just go ahead and pick up this swamp and start investing like 7 stamina in going for the healing hut. I guess I will. I shouldn't need it by this point. I feel like something has gone slightly off when it comes to my timing, but all right, we'll get the herb garden. More zombies on the way over here and over here, so we're going to have to deal with that in a second. And then once we have all this, we'll build the healing house and we'll be fine. So we're going back up to the 80%. The big issue, I think, is that I picked up the... whoa. Getting attacked hard over here. Hold on. We may need to go ahead and reinforce or something. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. Don't die, please. Yeah, these reinforcements are not enough. We got attacked really hard over here unexpectedly. So yeah, because I picked up the random events where we lose extra morale from zombies attacks, I think that's kind of why we're struggling here. Otherwise, this should have been fine by now. We should have had plenty of morale to work with. Let's go ahead and pull back and swap out which fighter is doing the work here until the surprise attack goes away. Never mind. We're going to lose this. All right, forget that event. Doesn't even matter. Come on, give me the extra freaking morale. The zombies are just relentlessly messing with me here. Holy crap. So now I have to worry about things like burials, too. Gosh dang it. All right. Yeah, we're getting very unlucky here. I should not have picked up the morale event from zombies. I really didn't think it was going to be this much of an issue, and now that it is, I'm going to find that my score goes down. So I think the build order I've just shown you would have been completely fine. It would have been completely fine if you had not had that event. So, yeah, I'm going to say that this video still applies, but lessons learned, don't take that. If you know you're going to be getting attacked by zombies every few seconds, and you need to maintain your morale nice and high. We still got 4 stars. I don't know how, but we did. Anyway, that's now done. So that's 3 missions finished. At this point, you can basically say the tutorial of the 3rd campaign is done. They've introduced pretty much all of the new stuff we care about. I think technically speaking, this one might have a little bit to do with celebrations and such, but it's not that big of a deal. By the time we get to map 5, which is why I haven't finished it yet, this is where things start hitting a wall. So enjoy it while it's easy. It's about to get a lot worse. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I'm going to ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.